Back to me.
It's on you.
So with acting, there's just something about being in front of a live audience where you feed off of the audience's energy, and you just feel like you can do anything and you can be anything, and it kind of pushes you. I remember when I was in Fools, and I was playing the main character whose name I totally forget right now, but she's she's just super dumb. She like, that's just the whole shtick about this town. The shtick is this town is dumb, and this guy has to come in and cure them from the dumbness curse.
Is this person
what a fun
teacher? Do they?
Yeah,
are they a school teacher?
They are a school teacher. In fact,
that's how they cure the dumbness.
And that's how they cure the dumbness.
Wow, what a story.
but with me, like, I could tell when the audience needed more like shtick. So I would give it to them like extra, and feeling that they're like, I don't know, it fills you with like happiness and joy when you can make an audience laugh or when you can make them cry. Like one show that I did, I got to see angels, and it was about this girl who was kind of an outcast in her society, and she was the only one who could see these angels in the society, and it helped everyone's like faith and belief as well.
Oh, cool.
In the end of the show, because she could see it, even though like it caused a lot of problems and it caused a lot of people to like question their faith and stuff. So a lot of cool, interesting questions, but like just being able to cry and like make an audience cry.
Wow, that's like you have power in those moments.
You have so much power, and so like you kind of feel that. And I guess that's kind of what it is. Like, you have this emotional power over an audience, and that's what storytelling is kind of all about. Like, you're there to influence people to like think and come to a deeper understanding of life and people and ideas.
Yeah.
And I feel like it kind of goes both ways, because like you were saying earlier, like you fed off the audience and you realized that they needed you to be more foolish in that role. And so like trying to I take everything back to sales, because everything that I know is sales.
He's a salesman, very logical.
But you're trying to, it's not even logical. It's just like that same idea where it's like you're trying to fill that need of theirs to see someone who's even dumber or even more foolish in this instance. And from that, I mean, that while doable, while totally being capable of, like, I can see that being very draining as well, where you're having to spend you're already performing, you're already doing a thing, and then you can tell that somebody needs more or needs like, something else, and so then you're trying to give them even more of that, more power,
more just like
Palpatine.
Yes, more power.
that would lead to like a real draining aspect of all that. Like, did you kind of feel that like at the end of the night?
Totally. Like at the end of the night, I would just like come home and pass out for like 12 hours because like I was emotionally drained. I was physically drained from like going through the motions of this show.
And actually doing this blocking.
Yeah. And like mentally drained also from like having to remember lines and remember where you go. So it's kind of like the whole shebang. You're using mind, body, spirit as an actor.
Yeah. Embodying it literally.
Literally embodying everything about this character. So at the end of the day, you just want to like, don't talk to me. Give me like some water and I'm just going to go sleep right now.
Yeah, right. Advil, conk me out.
Yep.
Now, kind of jumping ahead in our thoughts a bit, do you after a recording session now do you still feel as drained having put everything into the microphone, or do you feel more energized about like, I did really well, and you're not like as dragged at the end of it?
I mean, it depends on how long you're going for, but I feel like even as a voice actor, you still have to go through the entire process as an actor, because that's the main point. You are still an actor. Like, sure, you can create a cool voice or, you know, make a funny voice. But at the end of the day, it's really about acting, because you're still storytelling. So most of the time, I'm still using my full body, especially like if it's a voice that's out of my comfort zone. Like today with my voiceover coach, we worked on little boy voice, and my abs were so tired at the end of it. So
nobody really understands how much little boys use their abs, like, constantly.
Crunches all the time.
I'm a little boy.
Well, I mean, not even that. You got to be ready for the kickball to hit you in the abs at any moment, you know?
And all those
you
bullies.
You're always prepped for the bullies and the kickballs.
Personally, I think you want a nice butt, because then you can just go boom.
Little boys want to do that. I mean, sure, whatever.
Why not?
I mean, little boys do want a nice butt.
Well then.
Okay.
Thanks, Blaine.
I did. That was a I don't know what you're talking about.
You're on your own.
Boy.
So you're saying, like, it was obviously physically draining because you had to push yourself to, like, really become, like, you would become a little boy. Maybe you didn't embody him, like, physically, but you were like, you have to physically change your structure of how you're breathing and your diaphragm and maybe some of your posture to really make this voice come out the way you want it.
Exactly. And you're still doing, like, the mental work too, because, like, even more so, because you have to imagine who you're talking to. You're not, you don't have a scene partner with you, you know? So you have to really think, who am I talking to? Why am I telling this person this thing? So you have to do, I think, almost even a little more extra work as far as imagination goes.
That's true, because, like, in a physical setting, you actually have, like, you actually have, like, the reference person be like, we are acting together. I feed off your energy, you feed off mine. I have context for what's going on.
If I'm making a confused face or if I don't know what's going on, you can read it on my face, or you can read that I'm getting angry about what you're saying and you can react to that, whereas you're having to do that
in your mind's eye.
Do you like use visual aids of any kind to kind of help, like, be that mirror for you, basically, to kind of say, like, oh, I'm talking to someone who's angry, and you bring up pictures of people who are, like, upset with you?
I mean, I don't really need that, because, like, I've gone through the emotional work already, so I kind of already know, like, what being angry feels like. I don't really need to see necessarily what that looks like.
I know what being angry feels like, too.
All the time.
I live the anger.
I rage all day. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, it's nice when you get like a character sheet that shows you what the character looks like. Because then that helps you make different choices as far as, like, how the voice is going to be. Like, if this is a teeny tiny creature, you're probably gonna be talking up here like this.
Unless it's literally comedically low voice.
I was gonna say, like,
but then you would be given that. You'd be like, hey, there's this little tiny, like, fluff ball.
But he has a deep
voice.
voice.
But it talks like a little Brooklyn man. Like, you know, it's just like, it's funny for, like, the reference, but
that's incredible.
Is that you?
That was Kelsey.
That was.
It wasn't me. See, it's genetic.
I think
it is.
It has to be. We know it now.
Has to be.